Hi, this is the Mad Bard. Welcome to an episode of Wild Reading. In today's episode, we're going to talk about one of the best books I might have read in my life. And it's a book that got me introduced into Grimdark fantasy. Like before this book, I've never heard of Grimdark fantasy, and nobody told me about this book, especially that I live in an Arab country, so nobody told me about books like this. But it happened that I found it on the shelf, picked it up. I liked the cover because the cover made me think that, oh, I have a certain story about someone like Zorro. But at the same time, when I read the title, it's The Lies of Locke Lamora. So here, a knight that's going to lie. That's the first thing that came to my mind. In a world full of lies. And it's the Gentleman Bastard series, so it's kind of, what's going on? And it turns out to be a swashbuckling experience. And lucky as I am, this is my introduction to the Grimdark world in general as a genre. This is the first book I read about Grimdark fantasy, and it turned out really well. First, it's a picaresque story in a picaresque style that started with Miguel de Cervantes, but Scott Lynch took it and revived this style and wrote it in a unique style, because the approach in this story is different from anyone that you might see in other books, and his own wordplay, the way he describes, the way he uses language is really different, and that's what makes it unique. That's what you want, because when you read fantasy in general, or when you read a lot of the books, you might find some similarities between their writing styles. But Scott Lynch takes you into another corner, throws you in a world where lies are the only way to get you out of it. And the hero here is not strong. The hero here is a liar, but he was taught how to lie. So you would get the life of people who steal, kill, do all the atrocities possible just to survive, not for the purpose of hurting other people. And that's the interesting of the story, because he has to find his way out. And in a world where there is no good and bad, because sometimes good versus evil, but we have here in Grimdark fantasy, which is evil versus evil, but at the same time, either you have evil for a certain reason, or you have evil just to hurt other people. And you have to survive in this world by committing some evil work. So if it's evil for evil, and everybody is working together, and there is a world full of lies, atrocities, treason, infidelity, where do you get fidelity? Where do you get loyalty? And here in the book, it has about the friendship. The friendship here in the book is really amazing, because I like the friendship between Locke Lamora and John Tannen, because each one of them has his strength point and weakness point. But this kind of friendship has a part of loyalty that they still have, and they lie about it. That's what's amazing, because people think they are friends, but at the same time, they might act as if there's treason, and they might say something about lying to each other, but at the same time they go back to the old belief of we are friends, we must be together because we are facing all this world together. And that friendship is really amazing, because I liked it, because in this world you need friendship to survive. Everything is dark, everyone is looking for his own interest, everyone is ready to kill you, even to put you into dangerous situations just to get what he wants. So if Locke is going to survive, he needs some strength, and John Tannen is strong. But at the same time, they both know what they're going to do, and they both have a basis to go back to, because if they keep lying and deceiving and facing lies and deceit in this kind of grimdark fantasy world, they might lose themselves, because you're lying even about your name. So in a world where there would be no true personality, it's already made up. What if Locke Lamora and John Tannen, and especially Locke Lamora, gets entangled in a story where he can't get back to his own origin, he can't get back to his own true name and personality? Like, do you have to let go of your old self with its weaknesses to get a new one with strengths? Is your truth a disadvantage in this world? And that's really amazing, because every single part of the book makes you wonder about how the world is being run here. And by the way, there is a very interesting style of writing for the author, because he's cynical and he makes you laugh at his characters and the way they think. Even if they are, let's say, stupid or intelligent or strength, he might find a certain weakness that would tell you that this person is imperfect. And this imperfection in every single character you have is something really good, because it gets you closer to the characters when you're dealing with, because who is perfect? All of us are imperfect. All of us lie. All of us cheat. All of us do things that are bad. which is, you know how people do things sometimes they don't want to do, but they have to do because of certain circumstances. And you feel this because you're going through this in your life. Sometimes you have to lie about something, but that doesn't make you a bastard. This is the whole point. Like the Gentleman Bastard series, what makes you a gentleman? Is the lies or the truth? And that's really interesting. Your truth is a bastard, but you want to be a gentleman with lying? Oh wait, what is that going to get you into? This is the whole point. Frankly, while reading, you might get shocked, but let's say in a couple of pages, you might laugh. So the book itself, the pacing is so fast and it doesn't end. And you don't want it to end, by the way, but so that's, you keep reading because you keep experiencing different moods and different expressions in the same chapter. For me, his style of writing is cinematic, and this cinematic style of writing goes really well with the grimdark fantasy world, because everything here in this world is being discovered by Locke Lamora and his friend John, but it's being discovered with us. You discover the story along with the character, and that makes it so enjoyable. And there is something about that book, because you feel that it's a book you talk to more than you read. You start feeling like that, oh, hey, stop, how did we get into this? Oh, okay, that's good. Oh, hey, he lied here. Oh, that's funny. Oh, wow. So the whole of different emotions that you have in the same book is really engaging, because you keep talking to the book and you feel that if you have the author sitting in front of you, you're gonna stop every 5 to 6 pages and tell him, what the hell are you talking about here? Why did you do that? So it makes you get into a lot of discussions, and the only one you have to talk to is Locke Lamora himself in the book, or the book himself. So you start stopping every once in a while to talk to the book and try to see, where are you trying to get me? And another thing for this book is it gives you the feeling that this is a story I want to read, because I've never read something like this. But at the same time, if you're a writer, you would feel that this is a story I would like to write. But at the same time, you won't write it because you will never write it the way Scott Lynch wrote it. Scott Lynch is a master. He has a strange craft of using words and playing with words to the way that he expresses what he wants, and at the same time, he doesn't lose the mood. It was really an enjoyable experience. I liked it. And I want to read Red Seas Under Red Skies, and I want to go to the third part also. But unfortunately, I don't have them in my country. Once they get to my country, I can try to get them. Imagine the thrill if we have a competition where you have to steal the book, then run away. And once you get to your room, you close your door, you sit down and read the book that you stole, and you get engaged with it. And you will relate truly to the story like this, because you will turn into another gentleman bastard. That's it for today. If you liked what we talked about here, I hope you go and read the book. I didn't want to spoil it for you, but I wanted to give you a kind of feeling of the Pickersque style of writing and story in a grimdark fantasy where there is no mercy, but at the same time they make fun of that merciless world just by lying to get their way out of it. And if you like it, just go and buy the book, and I hope to get your opinions down in the comments. Thank you for being here. See you next time in an episode of Wild Reading.